Alright, it's been a week since the last video. Breeding's going very well. I've opened up the loft now. So I had the old race birds in that section, but it's getting nice and full in here. So I've now opened it up, the old birds and the young birds are in together. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I don't have very much space in this loft, so it kind of has to happen. Now last week there was a lot of interest in the opals, and I'll show you this guy. This is the father of the young birds that you've seen in the last couple of videos. This is my goal. This is what I want to breed. It's a stunning colour, and he is just about perfect in colour. I just want to improve the racing quality of these birds. But I'll put him back and we'll have a look at the babies a week after we saw them last. Alright, so here they are. They're, like I said, a week older than they were last week. That's how time works. We can't really see them here. I might move them into a better section where you can see them a bit easier. Alright, this is a bit better. Let's fix your wing up. So this guy, like we saw last week, is an opal bar pied. He's not quite as pretty as the siblings. If they were here, I'd show you, but they're probably hiding somewhere. This one, like the father, is an opal spread, but I'm pretty sure this one's a hen, and the hens don't have the beautiful silver colour like the cocks do. They're a bit more dark grey than a nice bright silver. So yeah, she's not going to be quite as pretty as her dad, but yeah, this is the colour I'm going for. Recessive opal spread. This one's probably a cock, and I don't know where the pied came from. There we go. There's one of the first rounders down here. So you can see it's like this one's a bit more washed out than the younger sibling in the nest at the moment. I think these are a bit prettier, but yeah, I am going for the opal bar for the opal spreads. The parents have just laid their third round, and hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll get another spread or two in that round. Now, I wanted to pull this hen out and show you guys, but she's laying an egg right now. This is the recessive opal hen that I've got paired up to the silvery coloured cock, and is the mother of all the babies you've seen, all the young opal babies. She is butt ugly, but she's a much better racing quality pigeon than the others, so I'm using her to bring in some better racing quality birds, while still keeping the opal gene because it is a recessive gene. Both parents need to carry it. But yeah, she is pushing an egg out right now. By the way, we're only 5, I think it's 5, might be 6, subscribers away from 40,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, hit the button. You're probably going to be the 40,000th subscriber to the channel, which I'd love to have 40,000 subscribers. Let's do it. Hit the button, 40,000, let's go. On the floor here we have a Fantail hen. That's her mate there. This is the guy you would have seen in the racing videos jumping up and down every week when the race birds are coming in. Anyway, a little surprise in here. You can see that this one is almost naked, whereas this one has the down feathers or the fur. So that means that this guy, surprisingly, is either a dilute himself or carries dilute. And this one must be a little dilute hen, which is causing the nakedness in the nest. Anyway, let these guys jump back on their nest. Here's our brown hen who had a run-in with the falcon the other week. I haven't let her out again since, but I might let her out this afternoon. Stretch her wings, hopefully she can avoid Mr. Peregrine again. Now, these guys are grown since last week. Beautiful little indigo check. This one's probably a cockbird, I think. Big blue bar. These will be nice additions to the race team for next year. By the way, this is my benzene temperature and humidity probe. I really enjoyed being able to check that on my phone every week, checking out the conditions in the loft. Now look at these guys, beautiful little squeakers. Now these guys, I haven't even had a close look at these yet. They hatched the other day. These guys are both heterozygous for Barless, so they should be blue bars. Their father's Barless, the mother is a blue bar, so they will be blue bars. I'm just hoping there's no pied in them, because I don't really want pied in the Barless program. Anyway, one's a little smaller than the other, but we just need a hen out of this pair because I've got a cockbird from last year, and I just need a hen to pair that to produce some Barless. This is the father of those little guys I just showed you. Thanks for that, beautiful. I know you could probably confuse him for a bit of a light checker, but I promise you he is Barless. The markings on his wing shield is actually sooty or pencil, so there's no bar or check gene there. It's definitely a Barless, but yeah, he's just got the sooty gene, which I'm hoping he hasn't passed on to his babies, because I don't want that to continue contaminating the rest of the project. He's not really a perfect race, but he's a bit too big, doesn't really have the conformation. But I'm trying to pair these guys into some much better racing pigeons. And hopefully in a year or two, we'll have some somewhat racing quality blue barless pigeons. This guy was just singing and dancing, but as soon as I pulled the camera out, he's given up. Alright, and he's moved over here. I love this guy. This is a cockbird from last year. Had a pretty good season. Now he's going to fight one of the young reds. Is he going to win the fight? Let's find out. He got a top 10 position in... There we go. He's won his fight. Like I said, he's got a top 10 position in the Fed last year, I'm pretty sure. If it wasn't top 10, it would have been top 20. But yeah, he's a big, beautiful, strong sprint pigeon. And I'm hoping he'll have another good season next year. He's bred for it. He's already got the runs on the board. I'm sure he'll do quite well. Not sure if I've shown this one before. This is a little secret project I'm working on. I might say some more about that once I've put a couple of years' work into it. Yeah, Loft is filling up, and I'm very happy with how the season's going. Alright, it's probably enough looking at babies in the nest. Let's see what we got in the loft here. It's one of the recessive reds. I was a bit negative on these guys last week, but they are getting a bit stronger, which I'm happy to see. There's a couple of the old birds that are still raising foster babies. They really go through the grit when they're breeding. Like I said, the loft is getting pretty full, so we're just about finished with the breeding. There's probably a few of them outside enjoying the sun. Yeah, plenty of birds out there. This one's one that just came across this morning, still getting used to being in the race loft. There's our Indigo bar hen. I like this pigeon, she flies really well. She's always one of the first to get up flying and the last to come down. Another Opal. Like I said last week, I'm really happy with these red checkers. This black, that's the sibling to the brown checker. Wish it was a spread brown, that's what I'm trying to breed. But unfortunately it's just a black. Anyway, it's nice and warm. Some of the birds look like they could use a drink, but there's plenty of water down there. Yeah, oh, look, I'm really happy with how the breeding's going this year. I didn't breed this one, but this is a beautiful cockbird. I'm very happy with this one. I'm sure he's going to race really well. Some young birds up here enjoying the sun. And that's probably enough for today. This is a race bird who's actually raising his siblings. So this bird actually paired up with his full sister, and they made a nest here, so I've taken their eggs away and I've put a couple more eggs underneath, which are actually their parents' eggs, so they're full siblings. Little family affair. Try and keep some videos coming. But like I said, everything's going really well. I'm very happy this year. It's the first year I haven't had a circovirus problem, which has made things a lot more pleasant. Alright, well, that's probably enough for today. I'll leave another video over here somewhere, so you can watch that if you want to. And I'll catch you guys again soon.